Oh.
In a patriarchal society is a humiliation ritual.
Let's just not have kids. Let's throw them all to the mines. Let's go.
Sometimes I really do wonder if I'm the weird one, and then I watch videos like this and I realize, no, I'm not.
Well, Sydney, where are your children? Is this a sperm on my screen? Is this what it is? I knew it. I'm watching you.
Hi, my name is Sydney. Welcome back to hell. If you are currently wondering why I am...
I'm pretty sure child labor is bad. Well, yeah, but just like encountering a child in the wild is also really bad. And for my sanity, I propose that we bring them to the mines. The boys yearn for the mines.
Uploading again so soon, it is because the dumb writers over at Stranger Things...
I'm still too emotional. I have spent 1 week being gaslit that there will be a secret episode of Stranger Things. Meanwhile, one of this fucking loser... I'm not even starting that. Did it tell us? Shut up. I don't want to talk about it. Conformity Gate was real.
Decided to do some dumb crap and it derailed my posting schedule. So here we are.
Oh, I want to watch that too.
Again. Ready for suffering with a video that I'd planned to post yesterday. Now, in 2025, we have had many a conversation about dating. Well, we haven't on this channel. I think I've talked about this like maybe once or twice, but broadly speaking, the broader community have had conversations about this. Highlighting the pitfalls of online dating.
Patriarchy, bad. Females, perfect. Men, boo. Girls, yay.
Apparently there's now a Tinder for kids. I have no idea what to make of this one. There is the whole issue of men not approaching women and why that might be. Probably because they make themselves look like this. But then just...
What the... No, that is not real. That can't be real. That is... I refuse to believe that that's real. That must be painful. That's so big. Dude... There is no fucking way that's real. I refuse. That must be AI generated. Look at her ear. Oh, I don't want to. Dude, I can smell the daddy issues all the way over there. Jesus Christ, dude.
But then, just before Christmas, I saw a resurface clip from a popular streamer called Valkyrae.
You mean Pokemon?
I've never said this out loud. Valkyrae, whose name is Rachel Hofstetter.
Thank you, Virgin. Thank you. We are thinking of you.
Outlining her vision for the future, saying that she would probably never have kids, and she instead wanted...
You mean Hassan doesn't want to have kids? I'm not surprised. That's fine.
Wanted to be hot and play video games for the rest of her life until she dies. And I thought, wow, that is bleak.
I'm probably never having kids. It is what it is.
Yeah, but you know who else doesn't have kids? The Kif. Because he fumbled Emmy. You know? Now, this is something important to talk about. How the Kif fumbled Best Girl Emmy. I mean, please. I want you to be the mother of my children. I mean, please.
Probably going to play video games for the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be as hot for as long as I can. And I'm probably going to keep making money in the best ways I can, which is like doing commercials and shows. Like that's probably what's going to happen for the next like 40 years until I die.
I just realized that she has a dog and the dog looks adorable. The dog looks like it's made out of the carpet material and I didn't see it. And it's adorable. I already love that dog.
And
it's Puppy.
I think, people are just gonna keep being mad at me about it. It is what it is. I don't know, man.
I truly want to be a girl's...
I don't think everyone has to have kids. Like, bro, I don't want to be like that, but have you ever been around like toddlers and shit? Or like when they become like louder and screechier? Like I had my cousins and that was one of the main deciding factor that I don't think I wanna... Like they hurt Whenever, like, because they don't regulate their emotions or whatnot, and they like pull on your hair and they hit you when they want something and they can't get it. Like, I am not going to be abused by my own spawn. Are you joking me? Nah, only some do. Yeah, the ones that are gentle parented. But, you know, I also don't want to go to jail. That's also not good for my future.
Girl, hand on heart, I want to get behind the girly pops, but this is not the thing to aspire to. I'm just asking that you pick a better ambition. This will shock none of you, and you guys yourselves have probably seen this, but over the years, this type of sentiment has absolutely grown in popularity, especially on platforms like TikTok. Don't get me wrong, men do say these things as well, like Seth Rogen, for example, who back in 2023 expressed
I would love to be a father. I just don't want to be a mom. If I could be what my dad was to me, that would have been amazing. Because he just like kind of had to tolerate me a little. It was like my mom was like maining me and I was basically a side quest to my dad. And that would be amazing. Easy, make a boy. No, that's not how that's not how it works.
how happy he is to not have
If you're rich, can afford a nanny, yeah, but that's the problem. I'm not rich. You see, if I would be Pokemon and Valkyrie, then yeah, sure, I could just have a nanny and like, you know, just wave every morning and every good night to the little shitling. But you know, yeah. Step 1, be rich. Step 2, find a competent husband. Step 3, get pregnant. Plap, 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 plap.
children, basically describing how having them would really have hampered his life.
Honestly, thank
Oh, he has kids. Oh, I thought that he's gonna say that he doesn't want kids.
God we don't have children. We get to do whatever we want. We are in
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't.
We are in the prime of our lives. We are smarter than we've ever been. We understand ourselves more than we ever have. We have the capacity to achieve a level of work and a level of communication and care for one another and a lifestyle we can live with one another that we've never been able to live before. And we can just do that. And we don't have to raise a child, which the world does not need right now.
I have another reason why I wouldn't want to have a kid. And it's a very, very simple reason. I feel like that I would probably start to hate myself really, really much if I would have a kid and it would turn out to be a Twitter retard. Like, you know the kind of people I'm talking about. What do you do? Like, you cannot kick the kid out because it's still a kid. You cannot change its mind because he will always think that, oh, mom and dad is lame and they don't understand, and mom, it's not a phase. What if it's an exact copy of you? That's the better, because then there will be only a murder. But like, that would be, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Yeah, like, what if it becomes like one of those nuisance streamers? Imagine that you find yourself an adorable wife, and you get married and you get a kid, and the kid becomes an influencer at the ripe old age of like 13 or 14 and becomes a nuisance streamer on Kick. What are you going to do? You can't do anything. What can you do? There isn't much. I guess make another one.
Then you take a slip.
A slip? Oh, the slipper. The chancla.
And so yeah, it's we're very happy with our choice to not have kids. Me and my wife seem to get a lot more active enjoyment out of not having kids than anyone I know seems to get out of having kids.
I used to love Seth Rogen, I'm not gonna lie, and now I just want him to shut up. I think children are not for anyone. Not for everyone, sorry. Not anyone, everyone. It's if you actively want a kid and you put in the effort and the work, of course. But if you just kind of, like, it's an oopsie daisy, or like, oh, I just wanted it so we will not divorce, or like other kind of reasons like that, then it's not gonna end with a happy ending, you know? is really sad and quite unfortunate.
I think this woman is a bit true pro kid having. I mean, I hope that she will have many beautiful children if she wants. I'm just saying that not everyone should have one. Like, you see sometimes such awful, awful parents, and you're just like, wow, really, why did you even have a kid if you're like this, you know?
That this has become the prevailing attitude over the last number of years towards having kids and a family. This has sort of become the accepted position. And in Valkyrie's case, she is, what, 33 years old?
She just turned 34. I saw it because Twitter was everywhere, actually.
I think I read. And so because she's a popular internet personality, this is the age where everybody starts asking, when are you having kids? When are you going to make babies? Ask me how I know that. So her sentiment here...
So Sydney, when are you having babies? When are we getting our beautiful Sydney babies? The Sydney babaroonies.
At least in my opinion, is not entirely surprising. Even Mr. Beast weighed in asking why people care, given that it doesn't affect them at all if she reproduces. And on a surface level, he
I would reproduce with her. She's very pretty.
Is correct. A stranger's personal choices in this way don't have any bearing on our individual lives. Unless they're like committing a crime against you. Don't do that. And yet,
I can't agree with this advice. I want children. Then do it. It only takes you 60 seconds and it's like, boom, you have done your part. Do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
despite the fact that
there.
this really does have nothing to do with the rest of us, there's something undeniably melancholic about this worldview. I really cannot think of anything more depressing than playing video games for the rest of my life. And I really like video games.
Bro, I can't wait for dementia to hit. I'm going to bring out the classics. As soon as I will forget this shit, like StarCraft 2, we are starting from zero. BioShock, we are starting from zero. Oh, it's going to be so good. Oh, what kind of dementia?
What the f***? Oh my god!
Oh, we still haven't played Dead Space. God damn it.
Stop laughing. Bro, I don't even want to hit resume. I don't want to do it. But come on, really, how is this a life goal? The more that I looked into these sentences,
No, I never want to have kids. I don't want to be pregnant. No, I don't want to change my mind. To be fair, maybe I understand it too much, but like I do see it. Like imagine that you're a girl, right? And you get pregnant, and let's say that your husband leaves you, or the divorce and whatever. Once you try to date after that, that's like really fucking hard. No. It's not me. Look at those eyebrows. Jesus Christ. Like, no one wants to raise another man's kid. You know? Like, okay, if you're a goody two-shoe and you're a better person than I am, then sure. But, some people don't mind. Well, yeah, some people don't mind. But there are many people who do mind. I feel like it depends. Like if your husband dies, I think that's a very different situation compared to when you have two baby daddies from like two kids from two different daddies, and you have to like you know, that's different. You know what? I will raise you. I don't even think it's about the children. It's about not wanting to interact with the ex. Like if I would want to date a guy or a girl and they would have a kid, I don't much care about the kid, but I don't want to see your ex-husband, ex-wife, whatever, because that's like a pain in the butthole. I don't want you to interact with them, and I don't want to interact, and I don't want the kid to interact with it.
to make this video, the more that I realize they
So just date a widower. Okay, but what if she's not a widower? What if they just divorced? Do you have to hire like an assassin or something?
seem to prioritize perpetual adolescence in a way over deeper human connection. And I think this
You're going to regret not having kids. Bro, you're being a little bit creepy up there. Surely it's not just like a casual conversation on the bus, right? Right?
ultimately feeds into
Because that's a little bit creepy. If it's just a regular conversation in a bus, someone just approaching you, it's like, hey, have you considered breeding
why relationships are so hard and why people having families is so hard.
So I'm child-free by choice, and everyone always says, like, what's your purpose? If you don't have kids, what's your purpose?
I don't have one. I'm a waste of space. Thank you for asking. I have none. No, nothing. It's fine. I do like to be decorative only, actually. Purpose to be happy? Nah, man. I'm like a Chanel bag. You just put me up somewhere. I look good. I am very tasteful, very chic. Hair flip.
My purpose is getting my nails done.
Okay, that's a bad reason. I'm sorry.
Going shopping.
Also, you got your nails done and you chose that. Girl, come on. Come on. It's come on. Green. It's just
Going shopping, treating myself. Look at this new bag I just got from
that's an ugly bag. It's not even a Chanel. What the fuck?
Goyard. Stunning. This new sweatsuit I got from Aloe.
Hello? Hello? I don't know these brands. Am I too poor?
And being sober, traveling, I don't know, taking naps. Have you ever taken a nap? It's like
You know what? I will give you that. That's a good point. Every time I see like parents yap about their kid is like, I can't nap. I can't even shower. Nap is a solid fucking point. The idea of nap is really good. Nap is important. Okay, for that. See, there you go. Finally. Her purpose in life is to consume. Yeah, but like, if you have children, then your purpose in life is always to give, give, and give. What if you just don't want to? Like, if you want to, then sure. Like, there are many... Like, for example, my mom really, really wanted me. And she sacrificed so much in her entire life. But... I don't know. I mean, she's a good person. I'm scum compared to her. But, you know... I do like that I can play a game. Or watch a movie. Or just... do whatever. Just... make food for myself, the one I want, that no one is screaming, that there is neatness and order in the home. I don't know.
the funnest thing ever. It's so nice. I enjoy naps a lot.
It is entirely possible that this is a parody because it's really hard to discern what is real and what is not anymore, but come on, man.
Okay, but Link is cute, okay? It's different because Link is fucking adorable. If children would be like having dogs, I think I would have kids. Unironically, because dogs are always, they're lovely, they're happy to see you, they wanna cuddle, they wanna just like be next to you, and they are just adorable and just snuggle, and like they are full of fluffiness and warmth, you know? And it's, and babies are cute. Just wait until they rip a sick fart. I don't know, man. Have you actually checked out the baby before? Dude, my cousin's kid, oh my god, I have never smelled anything deadlier. Jesus. And it's yellow and it's runny and it's, oh, you know, it's like that. Yeah, if they are cute while they are yours.
I just want to make babies, not raise them.
I wanna be the cool uncle or aunt even. You know? I don't really have the urge to wipe booties and whatnot. Oh no, I am absolutely going for the crazy old cat / dog lady vibe. Yeah.
You need a better argument than this.
Someone tell me the benefits of having a child. I asked that question on somebody else's post, and
I actually thought about it. The benefits of having a child is on that slim chance that you're on good terms with your child once they grown up, that you will sort of have them and you can hang out if you guys like each other. Tax breaks? I mean, do you get tax breaks after children? I don't know. friendship. Yeah, like once they grow up, I think it's really cool. And also, like, you can become a grandma. That must be cool, like a good feeling. And like you can have like family dinners and whatnot, and like your family line continues. I think there is a lot of benefits to having children. It's just, if you want to have an actual good child, you have to put a lot of work in. Like, it's not just like, oh, you give it a tablet and the child will entertain itself, and then it's like the child is 13 and you don't understand why it's abusive and angry and whatever. You know, like, you actually have to sit down and parent it and, you know, raise it. That's the point, no? You would be surprised. Some parents are really just like sort of having the kids on autopilot. It's scary as fuck.
Literally, everybody liked it. I didn't get not one good answer. Somebody said, oh, well, you get someone that love you for life. Get a dog.
Well,
That's true. David, I guarantee you, your kids are not gonna love you for life, especially when they will hit the teenage years. Okay? I only loved one person during my teenage years, and that was Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's it. I hated everything and everyone else. That's it.
if you insist. You got cute feet. Okay, you can go.
Look at the boy,
That's it. I
yeah.
used you for my own ends. You can leave now. Go.
Look at the boy,
I went the
yeah.
extra mile and have 2 dogs and a foster, so I
What?
don't know what that.
2 dogs and the fustas? A what?
Go. I went the extra mile and have 2 dogs and a foster, so
Foster? Like a foster dog? So like 3 dogs? Or a foster baby? And an old person? What's a foster?
I don't know what that says about me. Unfortunately, though, it's pretty easy to find out because if I go on the internet, there are lots of data broker websites that say lots of things about me, which is why you need the sponsor of today's video, Incogni, and you better watch this ad because it was
No, you can stop me. You can't catch me. That's it. You can't catch me.
sense, I think reflects an increasingly vocal cohort of particularly young women on platforms like TikTok who frame child freedom as not a neutral preference, but as an escape into endless leisure, which they often themselves.
And someone looks at me crazy after I say I never want kids, but I can't imagine bringing someone into a world I don't even want to be in. That's a solid point, honestly. I mean, how much do you think humanity has? Like another 100, 150 years before all, like, you know, goes to shit, and either some will scorch us, or, you know, we will get COVID 2.0 electric boogaloo, but it will be like 30? There is no way we are only gonna have 30 max. Oh, man. Like, Billy, no, I'm not talking about Earth. I'm sure Earth will be fine. I'm talking about humanity, right? 30 days? Oh, man, I have to buy my Chanel bag then.
Describe in terms that sound less like empowerment and more like quiet despair.
Just wanted to show how terrible, awful, lonely, miserable my life is. As a woman with no children, you see, I just ate a Happy Meal.
Also, I will give you that. And I will say something incredibly selfish. And this is probably my most dirtiest selfish thing.
Counterpoint: you can raise your kid to be the first space marine and do exterminatus on the Earth.
That's true. That's true. I don't know how I would feel if I would ever have a kid who has, like, serious, like, disabilities, you know? Like, when I was in high school, we had to go to care for children who were, like, placed in a home because their disabilities were so severe. And they are, like, some of them are nonverbal, some of them are just, like, mentally, like, not really up to date with their age. Like, that's incredibly hard. If something like that happens to you, your life will come to a halt. And you have to dedicate every single time and money to that child. Yes, of course, it's a very small percent, but you always think that would never happen to you, right? Until it happens. And sometimes you don't see these things, you know? So it's the percentage is low, but it's never impossible. Your sister is like that and it's really hard. Yeah, like you have to be mentally incredibly strong to raise someone like that. I did think about that. I'm not a good human based on what I think about it. I don't think it's not that you're not a good human. It's just it's a gigantic sacrifice. Like you have to dedicate your entire everything to someone who may or may not even recognize that it's happening. It's really hard. It's really difficult. It's a very big decision, you know? And it's like it's never 100% that everything will be fine. Or there are like the facts when, oh, what if you will have a child, right? And it's perfect and it's perfectly normal, but what if something happens to it while a kid, right? Like what if you have a baby?
At this point, if I'm meant to have kids, I will have kids, hopefully with the right woman.
Well, I think for you guys it might be a little bit easier, I suppose, because women
I just
usually
want a harem
kids.
of women to have my kids.
Jesus
TBH.
Christ.
I was born in the wrong timeline, Sag.
Jesus Christ, dude. Keep that to anime. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like, you know, even if you lose a child, like, you know, like my sister was like basically died before she was born, right? And that amount of like grief, it doesn't ever go away. And like, how do you move on? There is like that saying that no parent should witness their child dying, you know? And, you know, those are hard things. Hard to move on.
Meal? I went to a Christmas party last night, so I'm hungover. I got my Happy Meal. I just smoked a bowl of...
Everything you're saying is kind of a weak excuse. Sure, if you think so. Listen, it's strong enough for me. If you think that these are lame excuses, then I hope you will have a very lovely, happy family. You know? These are genuine concerns for me, and I am very happy that you choose to have children in the future. I think that's very based.
Of the devil's lettuce. Thank you, devil. I love your lettuce.
Devil's lettuce.
And now, I'm gonna hang out with my cats and watch Christmas movies, because life is so terrible. Whatever would I do with myself without children? Oh yeah, relax.
I bet this person has a therapist. Now, I do
I think when it comes to having kids, you can listen to no one but yourself. I think so, true. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to be locked up with the little one, and you have to care and love for it. So, you know, do you want it? Then go for it. Do you not want it? Then maybe don't go for it.
do think it's worth me saying that I know this is going to come across as me judging everybody, but I'm really not, because I can actually completely relate to both sides of this issue. I have been on both sides of this issue. Early 20s and actually even late 20s, Sydney was just completely disinterested in having kids.
Ooh, is there going to be a Sydney baby? There's gonna be a baby time.
Thought that I would never have a family, that would just not be for me. And there was a bunch of reasons why I felt that way. Kids just always came across as a little annoying. Like, I liked them, I liked other people's kids, but for me, it just didn't feel like something I wanted. But, you know, post-Wall Sydney loves the idea of having a family. And right now it's...
Okay, I will give you that. I love the idea of having a family too. Like, there is nothing better than imagining an ideal husband and an ideal child who is not, like, killing your brain cells with their screech. You know? That I can imagine. It's like an adorable, well-behaved kid who is just adorable and mild-mannered and whatever. You know? That's cute. It's just that's not reality, right? Because reality is hard. Truly a fantasy. I know. I mean, after all, it would be my child. So what are the chances that it will become normal? Let's be real. If it's going to be my genetic material, the chances are slim, gentlemen. It's, yeah, minus 12%. What the fuck?
sort of like,
So
I don't know if this makes sense to
rude.
anybody else, but it's like reconciling the me as I am, who has the things that I want and a lot of stability,
So
and I
mean.
like my life, versus looking into the future and seeing myself with kids and knowing that I have a family somewhere down the road. And so it's like, I still think other people's kids are pretty annoying, if I'm going to be real. There's some really cute ones. Some of my friends have the cutest children you've ever experienced and seen in your life. They're so sweet. But
I will guarantee you that all the kids who are well behaving are not gentle parented. Like, I'm not saying that they are being hit, but like you can parent them with like consequences. Like you give them like timeouts, or you just like, I don't know shit about parenting, but like gentle parenting is like
I know that I will
bane
love
of society.
mine, and I know that I will think mine are the cutest little schmooze that I've ever seen in all of my days. Like, can
Aw.
you just imagine an army of little cute tiny Sydneys?
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Woman, how many children do you want? Jesus. She's going to start breeding. It's time.
Chat GPT, make me an army of baby Sydneys. Well,
Yeah. I mean, is he wrong though? She did say an army. Is he wrong though?
you did your best. Anyway, all of this
That was
to
an
say,
attempt.
I do think that there are a bunch of really legitimate reasons why both women and men hesitate when it comes to having kids. People love to make this topic seem super black and white, and it's just, I don't think it is. I think it is very nuanced, very shades of gray, and it's super personal. That said, a growing segment of online discussions here lean into a cynical, almost nihilistic celebration of child.
Okay, can I just point out that you cannot blame the youth for being cynical and nihilistic when you can't afford a fucking home? Like, where are you supposed to raise your kids, in a rented apartment where the landlord can kick you out whenever he pleases? Come on, I would be anxious as fuck.
Freedom, portraying life without kids as an eternal vacation filled with sleeping in and
Oh, wait, I wanna raise this. They always say three things to me. One, who is going to care of you when you get older? I would never bring another human being into this world just with the intention of them caring for me. I mean, to be fair, that's fair. I don't think it's fair to have a kid just so that someone can babysit you later. Like, that's selfish. Like, you cannot make a child pause their entire life just so because you're like, you need care.
fast food and binge drinking. I think what probably
Yeah, I don't agree with that. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why you should keep your pension so that you can have like nurses or maids or whatever the fuck.
starts as a rejection of societal pressures ultimately boils down to avoiding responsibility altogether, with little vision for meaningful life pursuits.
I would not want my kid to suffer through elder care. Yeah, exactly. It's not even their job. Like, they should live happily and like find the love of their life or educate themselves, or I don't know, buy 10,000 train models because they are really like trains, or a fursuit. I don't know, whatever they are into.
Outside of self-indulgence.
Asking, what do women in their 30s even do if they don't have kids?
Honestly, it's dangerous. Being childless in your 20s is one thing, even your late 20s, but in your 30s, and I think it's for this reason and this reason only, that no one really talks about. In your 20s, you're
Helium? Any helium?
literally graduating college, you're trying to figure out what you want to do.
My question is, why is she orange? You guys are asking the wrong questions. This girl is orange as fuck. Why orange?
In life, establish some type of career, you're starting out in a job, whatever, trying to figure out your living situation. But it's dangerous because once you're in your 30s, you have adult money. And when you're childless, guess what? That turns into adult.
Gentlemen, how is your adult money treating you? Tell me. Is the adult money with you? Is it treating you well? Good now? Almost out? Well, it exists. draining fast. What money? I have kids. I'm broke as shit. Oh, I'm so sorry, dude.
Fun money. You've been in a job long enough. You've climbed the career ladder. You know, you're making good money at this point in life, probably. And it's like, ooh. So, like, yeah, if I want to go on a cruise next week with my fellow teacher
I'm
bestie.
adult broke.
Aww. So how are you going to raise your children?
Who's also childless? Guess what? We can. If I want to go out to dinner every night because I don't feel like cooking, I can. If I want to sit home in silence in the AC and rot on my couch, I can. And I'm sorry, people can argue that that's selfish, but it's not at all. It's my own choice, just like you made a choice.
What is she eating? That cookie is huge. Bro, America.
But will you though?
It's so big.
Will you go on a cruise? Probably not. Oh my god, this cookie's so good.
Stop munching. Now I want one too.
What the heck? Videos under hashtags like child-free and child-free by choice frequently feature women bragging about their unstructured days.
But okay, can I point out that these women clearly don't really want a child, and if they would accidentally have one, that kid would be the most miserable child on the entire planet. Like, there is nothing worse than forcing someone to have a kid and then the kid is feeling like that they are the fault, you know? That it's like, oh, no one loves me. I guess I am a bad person or something.
They sleep until
I keep
midday.
spending my adult money on gotcha waifus.
No.
Lounge uninterrupted or indulge in vices without consequence.
Not to brag, but what a time to be childless. I mean, I woke up at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, made coffee in silence, and the only person screaming in my house was the espresso machine. I scrolled for 2 hours. I ate leftover pizza for breakfast. No one judged me. You can't buy that kind of freedom. Mostly because you spent all your money on diapers and Paw Patrol merch.
I feel like the silence is underrated. There is, like, my neighbors didn't have a kid, but we had a husky. like somewhere within the building. I'm not even sure if the husky was like in this building or the one next to it. And dude, you know how huskies are. That husky was going on 24/7. I thought I was going to lose my marbles. Huskies have ADHD, dude. I was on the watch. I was like, I can't sleep, I can't focus, I can't stay awake, I cannot open the windows because all I hear is that goddamn dog, and I'm sure that it was very adorable, but holy fucking shit. Dude, huskies is, yeah, definitely not.
So, I see parents.
What did you do against it? Nothing. I don't know if they were just visiting or they moved out. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's Switzerland. I'm sure that they must have gotten a noise complaint. Like, that dog was going on and on and on and on. Yeah, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, they probably were nicely asked to leave.
Out here running full marathons before 8 a.m., right? They're pushing strollers.
Okay, full marathons, okay. That's such a, hey, I'm in my 30s, I'm running full marathons, said literally everyone, done no one ever.
They're packing snacks, they're negotiating with toddlers like it's a hostage situation. Okay, meanwhile, my biggest responsibility today is remembering to plug in my phone.
No, his parents do that. Parents don't run marathons. They don't have the time.
I do feel like a bit of a boomer right now, not being able to tell if something's AI, because I watched this again and I was like, you might be a parody. I can't tell because the people who say this crap, they're so close to the people parodying this crap, and it's just like, what are you...
Having children in a patriarchal society.
Okay, that's bullshit. I'm so done with this patriarchal society shit. What patriarchal society? What are you talking about? Girl, if anything, it's more like a matriarchal society because girls always get away with any kind of shit. You do a crime, tee-hee, you're a lady. You want to get divorced, tee-hee, you get the money. It's stupid.
Is a humiliation ritual.
It's having a child is not a humiliation ritual made by the patriarchy. It's very natural for your species to produce an offspring. This is stupid.
If having a boyfriend is embarrassing,
it's not. Who said that having a boyfriend is embarrassing? What's wrong with you? Other than the nose ring. What? Why is having a boyfriend embarrassing? What are we talking? I can tell that you don't need to be embarrassed because no one is dating your crazy ass lady. Jesus Christ.
One excuse for me to go potentially child-free forever. I want to have my dream garage of these cars.
Yeah?
Skyline GTR, Ford GT40, Lexus GSF, and a Lambo.
Damn. A Lambo. Look at you. You can do it, big boy.
having a fucking baby daddy is mortifying.
Yeah, because they usually called it your husband. Having a baby daddy, yeah. But having a husband, I think that's perfectly fine. It's, you know, you just kind of have to be likable enough that so the man who comes inside you will want to marry you. Yeah.
Now everybody knows what
Crazy.
that takes. You took that shit raw.
Oh. Oh.
One TikTok I came across.
Okay, weird, but okay.
Features a woman explaining that she spent a 5-day vacation from work doing absolutely nothing at home. And while that might be nice for a day or two to recharge after a busy period, doing that regularly results in a life filled with nothing. No memories of fun trips, no additional accomplishments. No-
I mean, okay, but like hypothetically, if you're dating someone, you can still take your husband or wife on a vacation. Like you can still make memories. That's like saying that, oh, like let's say hypothetically you cannot have children because like I don't know, you don't have a uterus, right? Like then your life is meaningless. Like if you have a health condition, I feel like that's a little bit rude, you know? Or like, you know, there are many people who just simply are not fertile enough or something. I kind of harsh.
No hobbies, nothing to show for the time spent on this earth outside of your self-care routine of eating as many Cheez-Its as possible.
No.
Yay.
You're too fertile.
Another TikToker that I found went as far as to say that women without kids have so much freedom that our female ancestors could only dream of.
No, because being a woman without kids right now at this point in history...
Why is her eyes closed? Why is she not looking at us? Lady, I'm right here.
It is the best, most exclusive club to be a part of. We are living the lives that so many of our ancestors, the women who came before us, wanted to live, but literally couldn't. They couldn't even dream of having the freedom that we have created for ourselves. And according to the worst of the worst, according to Elon Musk, JD...
You know what? I have a hot take. I think being a mother is fucking amazing. And I guarantee you that if you would give every single woman $5 million, then they would have more children. If they could live in a comfortable luxury with a home, with a car, with nothing to worry about the groceries, and everyone could be a stay-at-home mom, and all their focus would have to go to the little one, then everyone would be like, you know what, for $5 million? Yeah, sure. You know? I feel like that's but that's exactly, like, why would you, because she's talking about back then, but you have to realize that back then, many women's only job was to stay at home. There's a very different raising a kid while going to a 9-to-5 and raising a kid while you're at home all the fucking time. They already tried that. I'm just saying, like, listen, there are things that even I could be swayed with if I wouldn't have to think about bills and what to do. Have you ever heard of inflation? Only the kinky kind. I don't think so. Like when the billionaires paid higher taxes. One shadow bag a week? Aw, would that be my push present? Oh my god. Scare out by $5 billion. Thank you. Thank you. It's dollars, right? Right? It's not a Zimbabwe dollar or something, right?
And it's like, we are public enemy number one. We are the biggest threat to
Oh,
their
no.
lifestyle, their livelihood, and thus they attack us, they belittle us. But
No, man, I guarantee you, if you would like live in a simulation and you could give every families a buttload of money and they wouldn't have to worry about it, they would have so much children. Because then why not? Right? Like if you have a home, you have your cars, you have all the time to raise a little one, then why not? Absolutely.
it's because they're scared of us.
Scared of you because you are
terrified.
systematically taking yourselves out of the gene pool?
I would still not want kids, just travel more. Oh, I mean, I'm not saying that everyone would have kids. I'm just saying that a lot more would have kids. I feel like it's not a coincidence that people cannot buy houses and women don't want to have kids. I feel like the more this rises, the more the other one rises. I don't know, man. Literally, no one can afford a home, so no one wants to add more people to their home. Yeah, exactly. I mean, imagine that you have a tiny baby and your landlord decides, okay, hasta la vista, you're annoying as fuck. I'm just going to get like 2 programmer boys who just like jerk each other off in the corner quietly, right? Like, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Scared of you because when too many stupid people get together, it creates a mega
Oddly specific again. No comment.
stupid. Where exactly do you think this fear is coming from, Toothy Magoo? This whole thing is so weird, man.
I'm
Because
terrified.
these women talk about all this crap and the freedom and the, oh, I can do all the things I want. But, like, it's not like you're spending this freedom doing things that actually matter, like going on grand adventures or...
Okay, but I don't want to do things that matter. Like, I booted up Stardew Valley in the weekend, and I had a blast. I was watering my virtual crops instead of my real life plants inside the apartment, and I was just chilling, you know? And I watched a movie, and it was really nice, and the dog was at my feet, and then I was drinking hot chocolate, and I managed to pour it all over myself, so I had to clean my couch. It was an entire party. Yeah, it was a blast. I had such a good time. Was it useful? No, absolutely not. But it was fun. It was really nice.
I don't know, doing philanthropy or spending your time in your community building
Yeah.
something or making something or contributing. You're spending it doing boring, passive nonsense. Again, I'm trying not to judge. There's of course a time and a place to just do the things that you want to do, but what's the bet that the majority of these people...
What if my dream is to be a competitive jerker and I want to make it into the world records? And I need to, like, you know, prepare myself for that. Like, that takes a lot of time, you know? Yeah, she doesn't see the vision. Come on.
are spending their time freaking doom scrolling or doing the drogues or...
The
I don't know,
drugs.
sleeping.
I never hear people talking about being child-free by choice because they want to sleep.
No, that's important. Sleeping, if I don't sleep, I am, oh God, I'm so mentally unstable. I literally just cry. If I have to wake up early, I cry. There isn't much that can make me cry, but if I don't sleep enough, I cry. I can't. I become a baby and I just cry. I am a toddler. Oh, first up, you cry, I do. I cry. And I'm sad, and I'm cold, and I cry, and I baby, and I just want to lay down onto the ground and cry.
There are a lot of other good reasons, the environment, just not wanting kids because you don't want to raise kids.
4 hours of sleep is enough, find me. I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Listen, if I don't have at least 9 hours, don't even meet me, okay? You might get stabbed, or cut off, or I don't know. I have a scissor right now. You can choose your destiny.
That is a perfectly good reason. But personally for me, that is a massive reason I do not want to have children because I really value my sleep. And when I get less than 8 hours of sleep every night, I am in a terrible mood. I am not a nice person and
cry.
I can barely function. So just thinking about raising a child, having to get up in the middle of the night constantly, I'm not here for that. And I get some people are willing to do that, and that's great.
I think if you're not working, that could be fun. Like having a brand new baby and you're like at home and like you can like switch up with your partner, I think that's kind of fun, but then you cannot go to work. If you go to work, that's like animal abuse or something. Like, Jesus Christ, Dan.
People who really value their sleep, and I think we all get to choose which hard we want to do in life, and that is not the hard I want to choose.
You, Netflix.
Oh, no.
One viral TikTok put it, the point is to explicitly not take care of another human, implying, actually this doesn't even imply, it's like it's right there, they're saying it out loud. This is a reluctance to ever set aside
But nose ring. I'm trying to be neutral on this matter, but nose ring. Why nose ring?
personal comfort even momentarily. But I can't help but find all of this very, very bleak. And obviously, I hope it's obvious at least, none of this is to say that people who vehemently dislike children or who really super duper don't want to be parents should go ahead and have children and become parents. Like, obviously,
I am gonna start having competitive children. By the end of this year, I will birth out 11. And then I will make a soccer team. And I will make the world proud. Oh, yeah.
if that is not what you want, there's no expectation that you should do that.
Yeah.
But I do think if the justification for not having children or for having venom towards...
Let's start with one sex. One singular sex. Okay. Fine, but 11
Women's
kids.
instinct to always put themselves first due to being the primary caretaker is cannibalizing itself, and these women will grow old alone and sad smile.
That's okay, because we will have AI girlfriends and AI husbands. And they will roll out the android bodies with the 25-inch penis, with the vibrating option, and it will be perfectly fine. Yeah. Truly a hedonist dream, and he will buy me Shadow Bang. Only 25? Well, it will be like detachable. So, like, I can always switch it out. It's clanking time!
People who do is because you want everybody to live these ultimately kind of shallow, somewhat vapid lives. I find that really quite sad. I have always been a live and let live kind of person, you know, for the most part. It's kind of gotten harder to defend over the years because the crazies just take advantage of that. But, you know, in this context, again, I try not to be too judgmental because people have their reasons for feeling the way they do about having a family. But again, if the reason that you don't want a family is because you want to smoke weed all the time and, I don't know, hang around in your underwear, I don't love that. And
I mean, okay, but counteroffer, it's better to not have a kid if you want to smoke in your underwear than have a kid and still smoke in your underwear. So, you know, like, if you can change a person, at least don't punish a hypothetical child with that lifestyle. It's, you know.
And of course, it isn't just TikTok popularizing this idea. Several celebrities have been quite outspoken about their desires to avoid parenthood.
It's an excuse for not growing up. Okay, but don't tell me that you never heard about something like that adults don't change
So
their...
what if I don't want kids because I want to touch airplanes in peace?
I mean, I think that's like the train sort of argument. Like, go autistic boy, go. Brrr, I guess. But, you know, it's just... Surely that never happened, that a couple got together, they birthed a child, and then they refused to become an adult and responsible parents, and they continued their childish ways, and the child suffered for it. I'm sure that never happened in the entirety of life, you know?
Because, as comedian Seth Rogen phrased it, it just doesn't look very fun. Pop culture icons like Chappell Roan aren't helping to improve this outlook on family life when they proclaim things like, all of my friends with young children are living in hell.
Okay, but young kids are hell. They are loud and you have to feed them like every 2 hours. My cousin had to feed the baby, breastfeed the baby every 1.5 hours. Did you know that you have to breastfeed a baby every 1.5 hours? Like at night too. You cannot go to sleep. It's a baby. You have to... I had no idea. Like, that's crazy.
That is a quote that Roan said on the Call Her Daddy podcast. Oh my goodness.
All of my friends who have kids are in hell. I don't know anyone. I actually don't know anyone who's like happy. And
you can sleep, they will wake you up if they are hungry. Bro, you better not wake me up. Listen, I told you, even if there's a fire in my apartment, do not wake me up. You think I want the child to wake me up? Just eat enough and sleep 6 hours. I don't care.
Has children at this age. I have like a 1-year-old, like 3-year-old, 4 and under, 5 and under. I literally have not met anyone who's happy.
Don't worry. Once they will reach the teenage years, they are absolutely not going to be happy either. I think having kids is happiness between maybe 3 years and like 6 or maybe 10. And then once they are maybe 18. Like if you skip the entire teenage, I'm going to talk back. This is just a phase. No, it's not. I hate you sort of thing. Then maybe once like around like 18 and 20. So 5 to 11 is the sweet spot. Yeah, because like they kind of like they can talk and walk, but they are still too dumb to form their own opinions. So they are just like kind of cute and they repeat what you say. So that's kind of a good age. No? Like when does a child start talking? Like 2, 3? I don't know. I don't fucking know when they start talking.
Anyone who has like light in their eyes.
2 and 4-ish.
Do you plan having kids as cool?
Oh, right now I would say no. But you know, who the fuck knows the future? Right now, no. But you know, maybe a beautiful millionaire will just come and sweep me off of my feet and I will be like, oh my god, is that a Chanel bag? Or you're just happy to see me? And we will, you know.
Anyone who was slept.
In 2022, comedian Chelsea Handler posted a video bragging about sleeping in and avoiding theme parks as perks of a...
What's a theme parks?
Child-free lifestyle.
Oh, theme parks. Theme parks. Okay. I was like, theme park?
The video with the caption, kids, they're not that great. I sincerely hope that nobody is...
I really do think that it depends on how you raise your kids. I will be honest with you. I am always impressed by little Japanese children. I don't know how the fuck the Japanese discipline their kids, but every time I see a Japanese child out in the open, they are the most sweetest, well-behaved, never crying. They are adorable, they are well-behaved. La chancla, you think? You have the Japanese variant of the La chancla, and it's like a Gundam. It automatically like gives motivation to the child. So just get a Japanese child. Okay. Any Japanese lads in chat?
Taking cues about life from Chelsea Handler.
Ugh. And because I don't have kids, that means I don't have to go anywhere today.
I will be honest with you. I think it's perfectly fine not to have kids, but I don't think that people should... It's not that they shouldn't be proud of it, but like you shouldn't advertise it. Or I don't... It feels weird to advertise it. You know, it's like, oh wow, like you shouldn't... Like shaming someone for having a husband or a boyfriend, you know? Who cares either way? I mean, it's just weird. It's a weird thing to say, you know? It sounds like a personal decision and you shouldn't build your personality around that you don't want to have a kid. You know, like there is so many other things that you can talk about or something. I don't know. It's just weird. It's a social status thing. I guess. I don't know. It's just... It doesn't... It's weird. It's weird. What do I know?
Have to go to Disneyland, Legoland, Color Me Mine, Build-A-Bear, Yogurtland, the zoo.
What's
I don't have to go
Yogurtland?
to any of those.
But I like Disneyland. What's Yogurtland? I want to go to Yogurtland. I don't know what Yogurtland is, but I kind of want to go.
Those places. Not once, not ever.
I like the zoo.
Kids, they're not that great.
Well, I mean, Like, you see, I don't like this. I don't think so. Like, if you have stupid parents, then you will have stupid kids. But if you have like good parents who are smart, then you will have nice, smart, well-behaved kids. Like, this is weird. Like, this is, you know what this reminds me of? When you have those like older Karens who tell you that you should dump your boyfriend because you deserve more and you can get more, and then you dump your boyfriend or you divorce your husband, and then you're like at fucking level 60 and it's like, oh wow, he was a good man, I shouldn't have divorced him. Something like that.
There's also one component to this conversation that I find really interesting, and that's basically that there is this insistence that pro-child and pro-family people are jealous of anyone who is child-free. I am sure that there is an element here of this taking place, but I don't think the reason why parents and pro-child people find child
It sounds so weird. To be pro-child, that sounds so weird. Why is everything like pro or child free? I feel like this should be a natural decision that as you're building your life, you will see whether you find the right person, the right place to live, the financial. It's not like, oh yeah, I am so pro child, I just really love birthing children or whatever.
Child-free people so annoying is because of some...
It's a TMI. I don't want to know if you want to have kids or if you had kids and how good or bad it is. I don't fucking care. It's like, this is just a social media thing. Like, good for you or my condolences. I don't give a fuck.
Boiling, unresolved resentment that's taking place. Yes, everybody loves travel and...
Big breeder over there. Yeah? I don't think so, buddy. I have a breeding kink. That's just nature. Nah, man. He feels the Genghis Khan in himself.
Sleep and, solitude when it matters. But again, I don't think that jealousy of those things is the basis for people reacting negatively to people running around saying how much they hate kids. There are a lot of people on both sides of this issue who are very respectful and kind about expressing their sentiments towards having children or not. And at the same time, there are a lot of people who are buttheads about expressing their ideas, and particularly from the child-free side of things, oftentimes a lot of them will just crap on mothers and motherhood and families in general.
But yeah, but they are just bad people. Like, they are just stupid and they are scum. That's really it.
Which is, stop doing that.
Why are mothers so triggered by people that don't want kids?
So as somebody with kids, I think from my perspective, the reason why sometimes parents can get annoyed and frustrated with people who don't have kids is that it's not just that they don't want kids, but they openly insinuate that you are miserable. And
yeah, and you see how he's like saying that it's two different things. It's not that they care about whether you pushed out a baby out of your vagina or not. It's because you make the parents look like they have a pathetic life. Like, not every parent hates their family. It's all right to be married and love your family. And it's also all right not wanting to have kids. You just, shouldn't insult people. I could hit you with the truth bomb, but you're not ready for it. Hit me. Come on. Lay it on me. I'm so ready. I want kids. I'm unworthy of it, though. No, don't say that. That's not true. Loving your family 2026, bro. Is that in the budget? I think it kind of went away for the Chanel bag. I don't know. I can hear Scott having just if it's longer than 3 lines, I'm not reading in.
hate your life because you have kids. There are people in the comment section of your video doing this. There was
all the people that think parents must be miserable, that's because parents whine when they have a newborn, but they're actually still happy. The ones without kids just don't realize this and are doomed to be sad. Are you telling me that you are going to have a baby skull? Dude, this man is ready to breed. He wants a baby skull. He wants to raise a baby gooner. Aww. If I have to put in a hooker, so be it. That's the spirit, buddy.
One person that said misery loves company in response to your question. Like, I personally could not give less of a shit about what anybody does with their lives, whether people choose to have kids or not. In fact, most of my friends don't have kids, and I don't care at all. However, a lot of my friends have no problem with just like openly shit talking me and the fact that I have kids right to my face.
Also,
well, then you have shit friends. What the fuck?
If there is an element of jealousy, I think
depleted mother syndrome.
That likely stems from the fact that a lot of mums just don't feel terribly supported and thus feel alone a lot of the time. Lastly, speaking of loneliness, I do think it is quite interesting how this child-free epidemic has coincided with this loneliness epidemic that we're seeing. Evie magazine actually...
You know, I think the solution is that we have to get the boys pregnant. That's my solution for this loneliness epidemic. If we fuck the boys real hard, then they can also get pregnant and we can make families. Happy families. No, this is a good idea. Stop being a bigot. Okay, we wanted gender equality. I think it's such a great idea. What do you mean, hold on? No. This is a solid point.
They wrote a great piece about this, which I will link in the description box. The article in question discusses how actor Timothée Chalamet said in his Vogue December 2025 cover story that he watched an interview where someone bragged about not having kids and how much time it afforded them to do stuff, and he thinks that this outlook is incredibly bleak. He goes on to discuss how he views family and purpose, noting that as...
Bro, but he looks like a fucking teenager. What happened to him? What is that haircut? What happened to this man? Why does he look like a high schooler? Jesus Christ. What is that?
Vogue put it. He knows some people can't have children or are never in the position to, but he...
Dude, like literally like the prepubescent mustache when you start first growing facial hair and you think it's like it looks really cool, but you kind of just look like, you know? And it's like, no, I don't need to shave it. This looks cool. Yeah, I don't know.
He does believe procreation is the reason we're here. The article goes on.
Wow. Are you telling me that people having sex and birthing babies is the reason we are here? That's crazy. That it can't be. Surely not. Now you're telling me. Ain't no way. My goodness. I don't believe him. I can't believe him. Please don't tell me that's true.
To describe how Chalamet is one of the many young celebrities who are rejecting this nihilistic tone.
Bro, we need to make him shave that stash and grow out his hair. How does he look like more mature here than with that fucking teenage mustache?
That dominated the last decade and are now beginning to talk about family, purpose, and meaning again. The negative messaging around parenthood and children and families that has been shoved down the throat of millennials and older Gen Zers, or maybe just Gen Zers in general. Probably just...
Okay, can I just say that, like, there are so many stupid people on the internet that I'm actually happy that they are not procreating. Like really stupid. Like, if I can choose between them having kids, then I think this is better. It's all right. Like, this is not all doom and gloom. I think it's all right. Wait, that's me. It's not you. I'm not talking about you.
In general. Anyway, I think this has contributed to this desire to have this forever adolescence, this forever young adulthood with no responsibilities and whatnot. And as the Evie magazine article put it, and I don't remember it verbatim, but basically they wrote, and I think this is a really good way of describing it, they wrote that we have created for ourselves a marketplace that is designed to address the ache of disconnection without addressing its source. And as depressing as it is, I think that assessment is actually overall correct. Now, does this mean that I think that you have to want to have children? Absolutely.
Yes. This weekend, plop, plop, plop sessions. All the boys will become pregnant. Plop, 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 plop.
absolutely. No, that's not what I'm saying. Do I think that this means that you cannot have
Hooray!
hobbies? Or hobbies that are born out of you being a young person, like Warhammer or My Little Pony. Why are those the two I always go to? Hello
Oh no, she knows about the bronies. Oh no.
Kitty or whatever. No, that I'm not saying that
Oh,
at all either.
no.
You are entitled to whatever hobbies you have, provided that they're legal. And does all of this mean that I think that we should shame people who have opted to not have children and tell them that they're selfish and all these type of things? No, I do not think that, because largely, and I will say this with my whole chest, because, you know, I get the messages when
Whole chest, which is it's not much. I don't want to be like that, but there is so much there. I never noticed, but that's really not much.
are you having kids? What are you doing, Sydney? You just simply don't know what's going on in somebody's life. You simply do
Much.
not know what is stopping them from starting a family, whether it might be fertility issues, maybe they suffer with miscarriages. There are so many reasons why somebody might not have children yet, and you don't know what they are. But with that said, with people so boldly bragging about wanting to have these, I don't know, sad, adolescent-esque, bleak existences, I think it's fine to not criticize them to be horrible to them, but criticize them to say, hey, maybe this is not the way that we should be doing things. Maybe we should be investing in our own future.
The future is bleak, but this is not the reason. The future is bleak because of the goddamn AI. Dude, like, everything fun is going to be taken over by AI, like art and music and TV shows. And
I'd rather have the
people
birth
and
rate decline with
streamers.
small amount of smart people having kids than have a large bunch of idiots having not the only one.
See, yeah, but that's not how life works. It's usually the idiots who are having a bunch of kids and the smart people are not having kids at all. AI is the least of our problems. Please don't tell me other problems, because then I'm gonna agonize about it. I don't wanna know. It's but I'm smart and everyone else is an idiot. Thank God.
Futures by investing in children. With that said as well, we probably need to build the social and economic framework that makes having children actually a desirable thing, because I know
Dude, like Korea and like Japan is like in a pickle. Like they are slowly dying out because they are just absolutely not having babies. They are just like, yeah, how about that? I am just not going to procreate. I have my anime waifu. I have my Dakimakura. Boom. I can fix that. Bro, listen, I need all of you to go to Japan and find a cute Japanese waifu and do what Shinzo Abe wanted you to do. It's very important. It's you have to think of the man. He fought hard for this, okay? Boys, this is the quest. Yeah, that's gonna work in Japan. You don't have to. You just have to marry a cute girl and you guys can move back if you want, and you have to make beautiful Japanese children. Can you help me find one? Okay. Wait, marry too? Well, I mean, do you not want to be a daddy? You want to be a baby daddy? What the fuck?
that even for myself, I worry about what the financial situation will look like when children come along. I worry about what the stability of, you know, the United States will look like when I have kids. I worry about the future that they are going to inherit from us. So like I said, I do think this topic is super personal, super nuanced. I think there's so many factors to it, but I am forever critical, and I will be forever critical of these women. And
now I'm going to expect the baby from Sydney, because after she had such a strong stance on babies are love, babies are life, where is the baby? I am expecting it. Okay, start getting on it. I don't even know if she has a boyfriend or something, but it's plap plap time. It has to happen. Insert the rabbit with the clock meme.
Men to a lesser extent, but mostly the women who talk about being childless and child-free in this bizarre, oh, I get to smoke all the weed and drink all the alcohol kind of way, because at least to me that signals that somebody is not growing up. It kind of signals arrested development, and I do judge that, to be honest with you. I don't know why people engage with this behavior as they get older, because I think that a lot of that behavior is in fact detrimental to you the older that you get. Ultimately, I think it's fair to say that if somebody doesn't want children, then they probably shouldn't be a parent. But I also don't think it's very nice to judge parents who aren't trying their best with their children and make them feel bad because they've made a different decision to you. And as for all of the people who...
This would all not be a problem if people wouldn't be fucking oversharing every simple things about their lives on social media. Like, no, I am not interested how you don't want to open your legs or you just only want to be cream pied while you're on the pill. And no, I don't want to know how unbearable your little breath is. This wouldn't be an issue if it wouldn't be on social media.
Continue to brag about what I consider to be a reasonably bleak, childless existence, I will continue to feel sorry for them. I'm going to hold out hope that we can create better conditions that mean people feel more comfortable having families and children, and we as a collective can move comfortably and happily into the future with a bunch of tiny people. Now on that note...
Tiny people? Like the tiny people? Like, what was the Game of Thrones guy's actor's name? Or like Vic Mignogna? Vignonia? I forgot his name.
And before I open the floor to all of you, this is just a reminder, check out Incogni using the link in the description. I genuinely use Incogni. I genuinely love Incogni because...
Yeah, Warwick.
The data broker thing is just so freaking creepy. So if you are also concerned about this, absolutely go ahead and check them out. Now I open the floor to all of you. What do you all think? Are you on my side of this issue where you think that the existence that these people are describing is just so sad and so bleak? Are you on the other side of this where you're like, no, that sounds pretty good. I would like to live my life like this. Are you somewhere in the middle where you can see both sides of the issue? You think that both sides maybe have good...
I'm in the middle. I'm an aggressive middle squatter. Like, one of my leg is reaching to one side and the other one is spread to the other. And I'm just like spreading, you know? I'm like widely, my vagina is touching the ground. I'm so spread. Yeah, I'm a fan sitter. No, I'm a floor sitter.
Wanna know what would help?
Yeah.
Religion/purpose. Economics is meaningless. The countries that have the most kids are the poorest. Money isn't the solution.
How about... I will be honest with you, I don't believe in religions that much. That's like a cool fanfic, but I do see the value in community. I feel like if people would decide to help each other instead, like, I feel like that was probably the good part of religions, that there was community and you could keep up with the neighbors and like you could rely on them and everyone knew each other. Like, that was cool, but I don't particularly want to... Okay, hear me out. What if we can start worshipping an eldritch entity, though? That's actually not a bad idea, and we could write it off of the tax. If it's like something nice and eldritchy, yeah. Solid idea. I will think about it. We will work on it.